days. He took photos of the likes of James Dean, Marilyn Monroe, Frank Sinatra, JFK, all of them. All of the biggies. He joins us now to tell us, well, the stories behind the pictures. Lovely to see you. Good morning. Really good to see you.
Good morning.
Good morning to
Even though it's like midnight in Los Angeles.
Is it?
Are you still a little bit jet lagged, Phil? Just still a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
And you've got a wee touch of emphysema, which is why you have to have the oxygen.
Yes. Well, you can have the same thing. Just start smoking.
Right. Okay.
Right, okay.
And if you smoke, smoke some more.
Okay.
If you want to try it.
But if you're looking very well, and it's great to see you, and you have taken some pictures, some extraordinary photographs, particularly like the ones that you took of James Dean. I mean, he was an icon, and I suppose because that he died so young, people, you know, people just remember him sort of almost frozen in time, I guess.
Yeah, well, he died at age 24 in an automobile smash, and arguably it was a great career move on his part, because we will never see him as a pot-bellied, bald old man.
How did you come to meet him, Phil?
How did I come to meet him? I met him in a near collision. I used to work for Life magazine. It's now deceased. And this is back in the 1955. And I did drive on Sunset Boulevard to the Life offices where they had a photo lab, and going past Crescent Heights, where there was a green light, some crazy bastard came through the red light, and we both screeched on our brakes, and Dean fell over on his bicycle, fortunately not violently, but he fell over, and when he got up, and with that dopey grin of his, I recognized it was Dean. Well, to shorten this drama, we were like 50 feet away from Schwab's drugstore. So we both went in and had coffee together. We became friendly.
So you ran into each other, literally ran into each other.
However, again, I should have maybe gone a little further with my car, maybe 2 feet or whatever, and killed him. Because, well, then I would be famous as the man.
But you are famous as a
man who killed James Dean.
But you wouldn't want to be famous as that.
But you're the guy that snapped him, and snapped him in such an iconic... All these photos are so iconic as well. They've become huge.
You did a really beautiful one of Judy Garland, who I have to say is my favourite. I love Judy.
Really?
I thought she was absolutely brilliant. You never usually see that type of image of her, if we can see it back again, because it is amazing.
Yeah, those are with her kids.
What was that like?
Those are kids from 2 marriages.
But that's a brilliant picture of... It reminds me of the picture of Princess Diana giving her children a hug. It's
what was she like? What was she like around her children?
She was a high-strung, nervous woman, but very effusive, nice.
Did you ever find that when you were photographing these stars that it was ever particularly difficult to get them to do what you wanted them to do, or to cooperate? Were some of them more difficult than others?
I didn't want them to do anything except be themselves.
You see, but that's really interesting, because usually they were never themselves. They were all kind of like, you know, made up, and the hair was perfect, and they were what the studio wanted them to be. Whereas that's
the photo of her with her children was at her home, and she was playing with them. I didn't say play with your kids. First of all, they'd throw me out if I ever did that. Right.
Right. Okay. So you just took the picture, the picture as it was there. You got sort of, if you like, into the inner sanctum of the likes of Humphrey Bogart, and you met Humphrey.
I beg your pardon?
Well, you talked to Humphrey Bogart just before he died, I believe. And you took some pictures of him, him as well. That's a cracking picture, isn't it?
That is not my photograph, but
it's a lovely picture of him.
It's a real good one. I don't make them that good.
I'm not sure that's true, Phil. Because there's a photo. I mean,
flattery will get you nowhere.
Well, I tell you what, it got you a very interesting photo that's just hung behind you, of John Wayne there, and that's a pose that I've never seen him strike before. And
you know, one of your newspapers, Mirror or one like that, ran it.
Really?
And the caption was, "Is it the Duke or the Duchess?"
Do you know what? We were wondering that ourselves. It's a very tight shorts John's wearing.
Yes. And they're espadrilles. I thought they were high heels for a while, and a handbag.
The espadrilles?
Espadrilles, his shoes.
There are very few people who know that word.
There are.
He's a fashion expert.
I'm one of them.
Everything about fashion.
What was he like, though? Was he like his on-screen persona? Was he...
The screen persona and himself were identically the same.
Yeah?
No difference.
Never saw him in a movie wearing that, though.
No.
He played John Wayne when he went to the loo.
Did he? He was Just always John Wayne, just always. I love the story about Marlene Dietrich that you said that she used to, in the morning, she would come in on the movie set and she would actually bake. She would make pies and things.
You got it mixed up, my dear.
Was that not her?
No, well, it was Marlene Dietrich.
What did I say?
I think you said that.
Did I? No, Marlene Dietrich.
See, when
probably the way
people
I say it.
do name dropping like you get mixed up.
We're dropping them for you, Phil. We can't believe you're heckling us and we're trying to give you some praise here. What was the story about
I
the
don't
apple
need
strudel?
praise. I need lolly.
We'll sort the money out afterwards.
Okay.
Okay. What was the story with the apple strudel?
Marlene Dietrich, when she made the film called Witness for the Prosecution.
Oh, it's a good movie, yeah.
And it was required that she had to come in early because they shot the film roughly about 9 a.m. But she had makeup and she had costume. So it required her to come in like about 6:30 in the morning. She would come in at 5:30 in the morning. And in her dressing room at Goldwyn Studio, the dressing rooms were like small contained apartments. They had a living room, they had a bathroom, they had a kitchen, a little sitting room. They were quite nice. And she would come an hour earlier and go right to the kitchen. She had a bag of stuff, you know, and she would bake apple strudel. She'd prepare it, put it in the oven, and I don't know how long it took, but while it's in the oven, she had the makeup and everything attended to. And by the time her makeup and she timed it, you know, that German efficiency. And by the time the apple strudel was complete, finished, and also her makeup was finished, she and her helper would take the trays of strudel and bring it just 10 yards across from the dressing room to the sound stage. And they'd go in there, now it's in the morning, and the crew people, you know, the sound guys, the sparks, the chips. You know what sparks and chips are?
Yeah, the lighting guys. And
it took me 20 years to learn what that is. She'd come in with it, and the first thing she did, it was for the crew and to have the strudel with their coffee.
That's
that
very
lovely?
good. What a
And the
wonderful
first
woman.
people, she would look up at the catwalks where the electrical guys and the chips were, and they were the first ones to get the strudel, and then the rest of the people, and the last people to get the strudel were the artists.
With the co-stars.
Yeah,
See, she knew her priorities, got her priorities
so
right. The guy
that
that
was
lit her made her look
Marlene
good.
Dietrich. Yeah.
Thank you. We could talk to you forever because there's so many paintings, so many photographs. They're all in a exhibition, aren't they? The Sony Ericsson
Yeah, Proud
exhibition.
Central Gallery.
Proud Central Gallery, that's
Yeah,
right. You can
go
see
along and see
all
that.
of these images. They're beautiful.
The gallery that they're at. That's where they are.
You're talking about Alex Proud Gallery?
Your Proud Galleries, yeah. Where your exhibition's showing.
Yeah, it's at Buckingham.
All the details.
How do you say it, Buckingham or Buckingham?
That's kind of it.
Buckingham Road and John Adams.
Excellent.
Now, John Adams, he's an American hero. He's not a British hero, is he?
Well, we can work it out for you.
We'll find out.
We'll
Well,
have to
we're
get down
finding
there.
out. It's competition time.
yeah.
Your last chance today to be mortgage clear for a whole year.
It's the last day of Mortgage Clear and your last chance to win the value of your mortgage clear for a year. That's up to £20,000 and you can put all that spare cash towards a dream family holiday. A new car, oh yeah. Well, I tell you what, just take the cash. For your last chance to win your mortgage or rent clear for a year, up to £20,000, just answer the following question. What party do you throw when you move into a new house? A, house freezing, B, house warming, or C, house boiling? If you know the answer, just call 09012 93 33 33. Lines close at 12:15. You can also enter by text or online, and if you're a digital satellite viewer, you can enter by pressing your red button now. Best of luck.
We're going to take a quick break. Not just yet. Not just yet.
No, it's fine.
2
it's
seconds.
Fine. We'll be 2 texts.
We're going to take a quick break so Phil can leave. When we come back, have you ever wondered why some people look just like their dad?
And whereas others are the spitting image of the mums will all be revealed when we take a look at the genetics behind the way we look after this.